Do you like your strawberries?
Yeah, sure.
Normally, you start off by talking and you say something to me about something that happened off camera before you pressed record. Maybe not eat those on camera. Yeah. You could just wait till we're done with the movie review. And this is the movie review for...
I was actually going to do a different video.
Oh, well, now we're kind of in on a movie review because I've said we're going to do a movie review. So...
Okay, let's do it then.
Okay. So this is the movie review for...
Lucknow Central.
Right.
And this this movie review is going to be very, very special to me. It is going to be very emotional.
Okay.
Because it is how we met. When I was in prison and you were my lawyer and you realized I was innocent.
Right.
And you saved me even though I was rocking it in a jailhouse band.
You know she wasn't his lawyer, right?
What was she?
I don't know exactly what she was, but she wasn't his lawyer.
Okay, so what was the movie about?
Yeah, she was in charge of getting the band set up, remember?
Yeah. So tell us about the movie while I eat strawberries off camera.
Oh my gosh, you're not supposed to be eating at all when we're doing videos.
They're so delicious.
Well, thank you. I put a lot of hard work into slicing the strawberries and sweetening them, so yeah, they do kind of look red, don't they? So Lucknow Central was a movie that was inspired by true events. So not a true story, but inspired by true events.
Except I really killed the guy.
No. So
yeah, I did.
The main character, Kisan,
or Jeremy.
He loves music and he wants to be in a band. He wants his own band, and he's
Can
super
you believe
excited.
Somebody said this was a flop? It was a good movie.
Yeah, we did have some friends that said that this movie didn't do so well, and I did look at the box office numbers.
It didn't do that well?
The budget was 30 crore. I think I'm saying that right. And what it made at the box office was 30 crore.
Break even.
So,
actually, it's a loss when you do marketing.
Or 30 million crore. But yeah, it was a break even. So that's not good. Anyhow, I enjoyed the movie very much. I thought it was entertaining. And so the main character, he wants his own band, and he's very excited because I believe there was going to be a Tollywood singer that was coming to town.
Yes.
And he's super excited because he's going to bring his own CD.
Yes.
And he's convinced that he's going to be able to give it to this famous singer.
He's rambunctious.
And he tries.
He hops the fence and he gets hassled by the cop.
And so his CD gets crushed. And
so does his dreams.
He gets crushed. He's very upset by this. So him and his buddy are on their way home that night. And who do they see broken down?
That cop.
They see him broken down on the side of the road. And so they act like maybe they're going to help him, and then they say, "Too bad, so sad," basically. And so he's pretty angry. Well, then the next day, this man turns up dead.
Oh.
And because they saw Kisan kind of hassling him the day before, they framed him for the murder.
And once again, the police are not portrayed in a good light.
No, they beat a confession out of his friend.
The doper.
Yes.
The stoner.
It's a forced confession, and it's a false confession.
Yes.
And so Kisan goes to prison.
He goes to the big house.
Originally, they sentenced him to life in prison,
but
then when
the
he's
widow
there...
wants the death penalty.
Right. Now, this doesn't happen in the American justice system, so this was kind of a surprise to me, because in America, whatever your sentence is,
they don't change
you can appeal it so that it's
less,
a lesser sentence,
but you don't get more.
But you don't get more. So I was pretty surprised by that, like, oh my gosh, this is terrible.
And then we see prison life a little bit. We see him adapting to prison, and we see kind of, there's two factions in the prison. There's the Taylor's faction.
I loved the Taylor. He was awesome.
What the other guy was? He like a sheik or something? He looked kind of sheikish. He looked like Salman Khan.
He didn't he? Yeah.
In Sultan,
Well, see, I've never seen that, but I just thought that he somewhat resembled a mixture.
Yeah, a little bit.
Here's the weird thing. In my mind, he was a mixture of Salman Khan Irfan Khan, because his eyes were kind of big.
What are you
Just follow me. His
Okay.
eyes were kind of big, and so it reminded me of Irfan Khan's eyes. But otherwise, his face very much reminded me of a combination of Amir Khan and Salman Khan.
How about the fake Piku girl?
Yeah,
She was good.
she was good, but I don't think she. You keep calling her the fake Piku
She looked
girl.
like Piku.
I don't think she did. She
You don't think so?
reminded me of the American actress Rosario Dawson.
Mixed with Piku.
She looked like Rosario Dawson to me.
Mixed with Piku.
So in any case, who was the jailer?
That was your boy. Ribbit Roy.
Ronit?
Yeah, it was your boy,
Ronit
dude.
Roy?
It was your boy. His mustache.
Yeah, that dude.
You tell he takes great pride in that mustache.
Yeah.
Mustache.
Is it just me, or does he always
Mustache.
play some sort of a creepy cop type character?
Well, we saw that movie Boss. We haven't seen it, but we saw it on Netflix, where he's got the samurai sword.
Right.
Who knows
right.
what he
but
is
we've
in
seen
that.
him in Ugly, and
Yeah,
we've
he's a
seen
cop.
him in Kabil,
He was
where he was a corrupt politician.
Yes. He's a good actor.
He is a good actor. He is
You
a good
know?
actor. I want to like him, but he always ends up playing somebody who is, very smarmy.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
You want to like
Yeah.
something like about.
And so he kept getting outwitted
Yes,
at every turn
yes.
in this movie, which I thought was
Well,
hilarious.
and you like how it starts with prison life because when homie is in line to get assigned, he sees a dude who's like and they
Right.
give him handicap, which is going to be easy
Right,
for him.
so
So
he
he
thinks,
decides he's going to do that.
Not
And
realizing
Ribbit's just like, I don't think
Ronit.
so.
Not
I don't think
realizing
so.
they have his file, so they already know about him. They
Yes,
know he's not a
yes.
deaf mute. So, so anyhow, he decides
Don't act smart.
he's going to get a band together
When Roy is a prison or
with
whatever,
the
don't act
purpose
smart.
of escaping.
Yes,
that's
they have this plan.
that's what he wants to do.
I have this plan. But we have this whole weird kind of prison life. The two sides don't like each other. The new
Right.
guy and so the evil Salman Khan and his boy Donkey and that whole crew with the Sikh are kind of saying
Yeah.
you need to be with us.
Right.
Because there's safety here, and he
Right.
says, no, I'm going to go sit down there. Then they start harassing them
Right.
and beating them. And ultimately, he kind of comes to a conversation where they say, okay, this is what you need to go kill the tailor.
Right.
And it looks like he's going to kill the tailor.
It does. It looks like it. And yet we know that's not what's going to happen because he really wants to form this band in order to be able to break out of prison. Mm-hmm. So they get their band together. They're terrible. They're so awful because other than him, he really likes music. The other guys, they don't know what they're doing. And so, but they start training and practicing and they get really good.
They start hand boning.
Yes, it's so fun watching them. And so the jailer decides that he's going to have one of his guards tape this. Mm-hmm. And so it gets put on YouTube. It's on Twitter. It's
And
on
I don't know
Facebook.
what the purpose was of taping it because he thought it would destroy them somehow. And I don't understand how.
Yes, but it backfires on him.
Yeah.
And so
Wildly
now
popular.
the youth minister, who's the one who really is
Yes.
behind this whole prison band competition anyway, he loves it.
Yes.
And then he's going to take credit
Yeah,
for
right,
making this
right.
band
Yes,
at
I'm a
Lucknow
genius.
Central, and then basically tells them no matter how good the other bands are, this band has to win. So it's going to be set up anyway.
Yes.
But they do turn out to be better than all the other bands.
Yes.
And so, it's not a
Can I
spoiler.
and so they go to escape, and then they realize, well, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yes,
so
you've
the
missed
youth
a whole-
minister basically tells everybody,
Give
them
them
whatever
whatever
they
they
want.
want. Yep.
And so prisoner 1821 says,
Well, you can see the wheels turning because he
says,
wants to get out.
He says, let them have furlough. Let them
Well,
go home
but
for the
before
weekend. I
that,
don't want anything.
No, before
Yeah,
that.
that's what he said. What do you mean?
Before that, he says anything, and they say, "I'm sorry, you're here on a life sentence. We can't release you.
profile.
We can't release you."
No!
So they know that's what he wants. And so then he thinks about it and says, okay, I've determined what I want. And what he wants then is for his buddies to be able to have a weekend furlough.
And so they
do.
all go away, and none of them have a good time.
No, because life is not what they thought it would be on the outside. Right. The one man, his father, has some sort of dementia and he doesn't even recognize him. Then there's the Sikh whose girlfriend has been married off to somebody else.
Married somebody.
Yes, and she's pregnant.
Yes.
So he, leaves. And then there was the tailor whose daughter is so excited about his band. When he's getting ready to make an escape, she tells him how proud she was of him in the band and that she had his name put on her wedding invitations. So he realizes he can't escape. He's going to go back to prison. And then the one dude who was always, selling like the dirty magazines in prison.
He's the guy that the janitor making all the weird noises.
His brother is disgusted basically that he's home and doesn't want him, to have anything to do with them. So he leaves. So they come back and the three of them lie to Kisan and say, it was wonderful. But the Sikh says, Vera married somebody else. And then they feel compelled to, they're convicted in their hearts about, the fact that they lied. And so they fess up too. And
so a long story short.
Right.
They're all going to escape.
Right.
The three of them are only there to help him escape because they realize that they belong in prison.
Right. And they know he's innocent.
But he hears the crowd calling his name, and that's his dream. And so they escape back into prison, basically.
And they have on their outfits that have their prison numbers on the front.
And they do a song thanking the Lord for the rain.
Right.
Can you imagine in America if a film did a number thanking Jesus for something like that?
Unless it was specifically a faith-based film.
Right, but just if that happened in a Quentin Tarantino film.
Right,
people
would
lose
Hollywood
their mind here in
blockbuster.
America.
Yeah.
They would lose their mind.
Yeah.
Now, I understand we're talking about two different lords.
And different cultures, by the way.
Right, within Hinduism and Christianity and within the cultures. But one of the things that I like about Hindustan is the Hindus aren't ashamed of their faith. You don't see them like, oh, let's not talk about it in the film. It's very much a part of everything they do, but yet in America, Christians back away from that. They're like, well, I don't want to, you don't paint me with that brush.
I think you're wrong about that. I think because you just referenced a Quentin Tarantino film, he's not a Christian. So Quentin Tarantino would never make a movie where Jesus was mentioned in a positive way because he's not a Christian. So people who are truly Christians in America who make Christian films, they're not ashamed of their beliefs at all. The problem is that in American culture, the true Christian is a real minority now.
Well,
so America as a nation has become rather godless.
You could roll back America back to It's a Wonderful Life, and you have references to God in there. Right. You have references to it.
Right, because those directors were not...
But it's been eroded.
Right.
But it's definitely been eroded.
That was 70 years ago.
And that's one of the things that I really enjoy about this film industry is they're not ashamed of what they are and who they are. They embrace that.
I agree. And my point to you is this. You're trying to compare apples and oranges. There is actually a Christian film industry in America that does not shy away from talking about Jesus. That's all they do.
Right.
But if you're talking about strictly Hollywood blockbusters, none of those people are Christians, and so there's no way they would ever mention Jesus in a positive light. They wouldn't pay homage to him because they're not Christians. They're godless people.
Right.
So
we see this number. I enjoyed the song. I thought this was a fun movie.
I did too. I really enjoyed it.
This was a fun movie.
I enjoyed. Oh, we forgot to mention when they were at the youth minister's house. And the jailer comes because he's going to expose the band and look at this video and how bad they are. And the youth minister is so excited about this, and he's like, I'm going to basically put Lucknow Central on the map. And Donald Trump, we're going to tell Donald Trump he should send his prisoners over here, and we'll take care of them. I cracked up at that. I think that was so funny.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I was surprised to hear that it was a flop, that people didn't enjoy it.
That's disappointing.
I thought the music was good.
Yeah.
I really liked the actor who played the Sikh.
I also liked Kisan, the main actor. I liked him.
Yeah, and
I thought he did a great job.
I've seen him in something, and I can't.
I have not.
I can't place it.
Other than Ronit Roy, I didn't recognize anybody in this film.
Really enjoyed the fake Piku. I thought she was good.
She's not a fake Piku.
She's a
she
fake
was
Piku.
nothing like Piku.
She looks just like Piku.
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
No.
You're ridiculous.
No, you're ridiculous.
Um,
What's your final grade?
My final grade, I'm going to say a B. I'm going to say B. What are you going to say?
I'm going to give it an A minus. I would like to have given it an A. But the ending was just a little too abrupt for me. I wanted to find out what happened to everybody else. I'm glad.
What happened to fake Piku?
I'm glad that his buddy finally came clean and told the truth, so that he was released from prison and got to be reunited with his dad. Glad to see that. But I wanted to know: does he get the girl? I don't know. We'll
I got
never
the girl,
know.
so I guess he got the girl because it's based on my life.
Sure. Okay.
Lucknow is a place that I've looked at for vacation. Right now I got some videos I'm going to do about Hyderabad. All hail Hyderabad. Hyderabad has been with us for a long time.
I know.
Back when I started the podcast 10 years ago, our very first contact was with Hyderabad.
Do you know that there are different ways to pronounce that as well? Because I always pronounced it Hyderabad, and there are people that pronounce it that way.
I'm probably doing it wrong.
No, people pronounce it your way as well. It can be pronounced both ways, and for all I know, maybe there's a third way it can be pronounced.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Only Lord knows. I don't know.
Right.
So this is what I got cooking, India. We got some So Sorry videos to do. I have on the website Mother Jane. I have the Lucknow soundtrack. And I have Led Zeppelin's greatest hit, Stoners of the World Unite!
Okay, well, there you go. So, we're going to move on to some more videos, so if you would please be so kind as to subscribe to our channel.
Some of you are watching and not subscribing.
Yep, we would deeply
That's
appreciate
like cheating.
it. And not only are you
Finals
watching,
are coming too. Finals.
we know you're watching because you're making comments.
Yes.
But you're not subscribed yet.
You know how
Why?
much I can't sleep now because
Why?
What have I done to offend my friends that they won't subscribe?
But they're not even offended because they make the nicest comments
But
about
they're
how
not
they love us as a
subscribers.
couple and they think our videos are great, but they're not subscribing.
Please save our marriage and subscribe.
This has nothing to do with saving our
What?
marriage.
They don't know
We've been
that.
married. They do. We've been married for 25 years, silly. So please subscribe to our channel.